She only has 1 mile on her. Fresh off the showroom floor. We are at Carolina Adventure World here. Man, this thing really moves. As well it should. I mean, I can't wait for this thing to open up on me after it's broken in, you know. Gotta break in the bell, gotta break in the diff, the engine, all that stuff. Definitely want to start building this thing up a little bit. I mean, you can't, there's no way when you have a machine like this, you want to leave it stock. Leaving it stock, you're just wasting your time. I mean, you gotta really unlock the potential of the machine. I mean, this thing is just begging to be ripped wide open, full sends all the time. I'm not gonna really center too hard for this video. Gotta somewhat break it in a little bit. Take it a little bit easy. Get used to the machine here. Definitely gonna be sending this thing through some holes. See what it's capable of. I mean, I know what it's really capable of, really. I mean, again, I base buying this unit off of basically what other riders got going on YouTube. I mean, all the Google searches I've done and the research is bar none. I mean, if you want to do this, do it the right way the first time, really, if you can do it, if you can afford a machine. You're better off just getting a bigger machine, because easily, I mean, when I had that Polaris 450, I outrode that thing. I looked huge on that thing, and that was just a little farm thing. But this, I mean, I just knew already with pretty much 90 days of owning it, I was like, you know, I'm already having issues with this Polaris. But you know, you got to start somewhere. You know, the ECU on this is still stock. Definitely want to put a tune on it. You know, obviously with that comes an exhaust. Let me know in the comments below what kind of exhaust you guys think. I mean, when I had that 450, also keep in mind they had a, you know, I went with the, I just want to go loud, man. So what I obviously got for that, if that I wanted to go loud, was Big Gun Evo U on it, on that 450. Man, that thing was loud. I mean, so loud, like, I'm sure everybody behind you, everywhere you ride in the park, they're gonna hear you. They're gonna know exactly where you're at. I mean, don't get me wrong, that Big Gun sounded good, but it wasn't. And the performance gain was a little bit, even with the 450, but it was just not going to, for a long day of riding, I'm telling you that your ears are ringing, literally like ringing. Still, when you get off the bike, you get home, you get the thing unloaded, you know, you get it parked, your ears are still somewhat ringing. Man, this thing just eats. You know, I don't plan on anytime soon getting new, you know, more stout tires. I mean, shit, look at these tires. They're ITB cryptids. I mean, these tires got plenty of life on them. Yeah, I definitely want to, you know, at some point when these get worn down, get a Assassinaires maybe, BKTs. You know, whatever's out there, it's just rocking through everything. Man, this thing is I mean, this thing is literally a tank. It feels like you're driving a miniature tank. Oh yeah, getting a little wet there. What do you guys call a bike? I mean, these, you call them ATV? What's like? I've always got in the habit of calling it a quad. I mean, I hear people call it four-wheeler. Get you on your bike. Get on your quad. ATV. I mean, there's so many different names now. I don't know what the. I just always really call it a bike or a quad, I guess. But when I think of bike, I just always think of a, you know, 2 wheels. Oh yeah. Man, this thing just wants to love the throttle. It loves the throttle. We go this way. Man, I just need exhaust on this so bad. It's not loud enough. Oh, exhaust on this will really open it up. It'll be a whole different machine. Oh yeah, look at this. So, you know, with that 450, man, that thing I was giving that thing hell. Keep in mind, it did not have big knobby tires on it. It had your little OEM low grip tires. Tread was like that. Definitely gonna have also in the future rides with more guys. I think I got stuck here once. Yeah, definitely got stuck here with the 450 last time I was here. You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess I gotta find out how good these tires really are, these cryptids. You know, they come stock from Can-Am. That's another thing. Can-Am has got to figure it out when it comes to the simplest things. With that Polaris, you're always just know like, oh, you're driving a tractor no matter what it is. These gear shifters on the Polaris, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I should have seen that when it hit me in the face. You constantly going from park all the way forward, which being high usually. Can-Am's got to figure it out. You can easily, so night and day difference, you can see where your gear's at. Boom, I want park, boom. I want reverse, boom. I mean, easy. There's not this time guessing, you know, especially when you're mudding. Especially when you're mudding back to the high lifter. I mean, when you're getting deep in water, you don't want to guess. You don't want to guess where you have to go, and then you have to rely on your dash, your gauge, to figure out what gear you're in. You have to do that all the time. There's no feeling of it. Man, this thing just wants to go. It's not wanting me to let up. Man, this thing just wants to go. Man, this thing loves to rip. And I love sending it. Can't wait to send this when this thing opens up. Definitely, you know, the park's not going to be open. Park's not going to be open. This park's not going to be open very long for today. You know, I got here around just after noon. They're closed at 5 o'clock already, so only going to get about barely 5 hours ridden on her. Man, I just love giving this thing throttle. Once I put the exhaust on this, oh no, what kind of exhaust, guys? I mean, what, HMF or RJWC? Man, this thing is just too damn quiet. This exhaust is just, it's not killing it, but it's so much more potential with the exhaust and a tune. I'm sorry, Can-Am, but it just begs, this machine begs to be unleashed. And I'm gonna give it to her. Oh yeah. Oh, we're floating that back in, boys. We're floating that back in. Oh yeah, right over these bumps. These Fox shocks on here are another selling point. These Fox shocks on here, way better than those crappy Polaris 450, whatever struts those were. God damn, those struts were awful. Every bump that I hit at decent speed with a 450, they want to throw me damn off the bike. This thing is just eating it. It's such a better ride. You know, we're definitely gonna put this thing in some holes when it's broken in for sure. You gotta break her in right. I don't wanna mess this machine up when it's not even, you know, give it hell. I'm barely giving it anything. That might look different on camera, but to you guys, definitely gonna have some group rides coming up, probably in the coming weekend. Oh, holy crap, I forgot we were in two-wheel drive still. No wonder I was like, why is this back end kicking out? I mean, do I really need four-wheel drive? I mean, really not. We haven't gotten to that point yet. No, four-lock. Don't need a four-lock yet. Look at this, guys. Easy. Probably put it low. Yep. Easy. 450 would never get through this. Yeah, boys. I definitely got stuck in that hole last time. Had to winch myself out of that. As far as upgrades go, I'm not really a big fan of the whole snorkel risers on these. I just don't like the look of them. And honestly, if you're gonna go that deep, you're pretty much not coming out. I mean, the air box on these is right here, and the tube for that air box for the engine is right behind the gauge cluster. So water has to come up through these these little vents. They're open underneath here, and honestly, that's like pretty much in line with the handlebars. And if you're that deep, you got no business being in there. You got no business being in there. And with that, guys, head back. We're in the video here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.